family? Peace, peace. We are back. Happy, what is today? Thursday. Happy 8/8 portal. How are y'all doing? Peace to the family. Oh my God, y'all. I have so much good stuff for y'all today. But before I get into all of that, I definitely want to know how y'all are doing, how y'all are feeling on this 8/8 day. I am so excited about this day, y'all. I even wrote some notes down, okay? I even wrote some notes down for the family, all right? For those who may come in contact with this video that are new to me, I am Desiree D. Wise, spiritual healing coach, and I help you to heal your relationship with self, to heal your relationship with others, all right? So today is 8/8. Today is the Lionsgate portal, and if I'm being all the way real, I have been feeling this energy for a while. Since we jumped into Leo season, I have been feeling, the frequency of today. And not even just today. I don't want to say the frequency of today. Since we got into Leo season, I've been feeling the power of this energy, the love of this energy, the essence of this energy. That's what I've been feeling. And it has been so powerful. And so I'm so excited to share this with y'all because so many manifestations and blessings have come through in Dream and I's life over the past month with what seems to be without any effort, right? Like random money, opportunities, upgrades in our homes, like in our, come on, Spirit, did y'all hear that? Did y'all catch that? I said upgrades in our homes with an S, okay? Ashe. If y'all are in agreement with that, give me an Ashe, okay? Upgrades in our homes, okay? But just so many gifts have come through for us right now. And I truly feel that a part of it has to do with this Leo Lionsgate energy. And so I want to share with y'all some of the things, some of the energy and the spirit that we've embodied to help us, really bring forth this success in these manifestations. I want y'all to first know and understand, how do you label success? Like, what does success even mean to you? I think that's one of the most important things to first understand. Like for me, success is peace in my mind, peace in my body, peace in my home, and the peace to do whatever the hell it is I want to do on the day-to-day. That's success to me. Success is not even a specific number in my bank account for me personally, because literally I've had thousands in my bank account at points in time. I'm talking about 40, 50,000 in my bank account at one point in time. I've also had 500 in my bank account. Do you understand? So I've been on both sides of that spectrum. And even though there's greater, right? I still want to look at my bank account and see commas, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean success. Success is just being so connected and in love with my man, with my children, us being able to get up and do whatever it is we want to do, explore together. Success is clarity in my mind, like my thoughts are clear. I know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. Success to me is like living on purpose and in purpose and being recognized and rewarded for that work. That's what success is to me. So with this Lionsgate portal, there's opportunity for manifestation. There's opportunity for success. But if we don't know what that really looks like for ourselves, how will we be able to identify when it shows up? Okay, so that's one of the first things that I want us to really look at, because what success is what makes the difference. Because a lot of times I feel like our success is based off of where we are in our lives, like who we are surrounded by, the conversations that we're having, what we're looking at, what we are observing, right? So like I work with a lot of clients who grow up in like Nigerian households, right? And for them and for their parents, Success is like you got to work as a doctor, or you got to be a lawyer, or you got to be a nurse. Like success means you got a good job. You got a good job that pays well, that you know is always going to be around. You're an engineer, a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer. You're that. That's what makes you successful. Then on the other side of the spectrum, for example, my parents, right? They just wanted us to have a job. Maybe that's like some African American type stuff, but it was success was, graduate from high school. If you want to go to college and do that, great, go do it. We support you. But if you come out, you get you a job and you're able to take care of yourself, you are successful, right? So success just changes based off of who it is. And I think it's so important that we first identify that. So y'all, in the comments, let me know briefly what success means to y'all. Just because I wanna talk about it a little bit before I talk to y'all all about this wonderful 888 energy and how to bring forth that success in your personal life. Whatever that success is for you, I'm telling you, this 8-8 energy, this 888 energy, absolutely has the power to support you in walking through that portal. So they call it the Lion's Gate portal. It's a doorway, right? It's a gateway. It's an entrance into another realm, in a sense. It's an entrance into another state of being, another timeline. It is an opportunity to get in alignment with the desires of your heart. And yes, 8-8 comes around every single year. And you probably will hear messages like this every single year. And it does not minimize the power of the energy, simply because so much of the collective, right? People who have this awareness, because so much of the collective, because if you get on YouTube right now and you type in Lionsgate or you type in 888, there's going to be so many different videos that come up, right? And that is what makes it real, whether you fully believe it or not. The same way if we look at, religious avatars, right? Like Jesus or Mother Mary or, or Kuan Yin or, Hanuman, whatever, right? Simply because there is so much belief in those characters, those avatars, those beings that really, have divine qualities about themselves that make them sacred, right? Even Ganesha back there, right? Simply because there's so much belief into it, because so many minds have come together and said, okay, this is real. This is the energy that I tap into for my growth, for my healing, for my transformation. Because so many people have invested in it, it has become an actual physical thing that we get to experience and tap into. So even for the skeptics, for the people like, I don't know, what's up with this Lionsgate thing, or what's up with anything, if there is a lot of people who have invested in that energy, right? Because we know energy is a thing, right? The mind is all, the universe is mental. Because so much energy has been invested into it, it has manifested as a physical thing, right? A metaphysical thing. All right, so we got to know and understand that. I wanted to talk about that first. Celestial Earth Goddess says to travel even after I have my kids in the future, and anyone else I want to do, and anything else I want to do. Yep. Traveling with your kids is it's so beautiful in theory. In theory, it's so beautiful. And you have so many beautiful moments when you travel with your kids, right? When they first get on the plane for the first time, it's like, oh my God, this is so cool, right? When you first take them to SeaWorld or to Six. So when you first do those things with them, it is a beautiful thing. It's so many beautiful moments. But when I tell you traveling with kids has so many challenging moments, it almost makes you be like, okay, do I really want to do this? Y'all, we just went to SeaWorld, right? We went to Aquatica and SeaWorld about 3 weeks ago, right? And I'm gonna talk about that too. About 3 weeks ago, I got the perfect double stroller for the kids. I'm like, I'm ready. I got their snacks. I went in on the preparation for these kids. The older ones, right? And even Kimmy's 2, she did a great job. Our 8-year-old, great job. Our 6-year-old, great job. But that 8-month-old, honey, no. No. Dream and I was like, yeah, no, we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait. But fortunately, we only have a few more months and he's gonna be really ready to ride. Okay, we got a few more months and he's gonna be really ready to ride. He don't want to be strapped down in his car seat. He didn't want to be strapped down in his stroller. Y'all ever see kids, whether it's your own kids or even a video of kids where you're trying to get them in the car seat and they like fighting, right? They turning in the car. Y'all ever see stuff like that? Kai did that every single time we had to get in the car. Whether we driving to the hotel or driving to the theme park or trying to drive back home, every time we got in the car, he fought to get in that car seat. And he's only 8 months old. Try to put him in the stroller. I'm like, okay, baby, just enjoy the stroller. Just enjoy the stroller. Enjoy the ride. You would think that an 8-month-old at this huge theme park, getting to see everybody from Elmo to Shamu, right? You would think that being in the stroller, they would enjoy it. You would think they would enjoy just being able to look around, right? I think typical, normal babies do. You put them in the stroller, you sit them up comfortably, you give them some shade, just being able to look around, they content. They're like, oh, I'm seeing all of these new things. Not Kai. Not Kai. He's like, I don't even want to be in this stroller. So the entire time we're at SeaWorld, the entire time we're at Aquatica, which is the water park there, we are holding a baby instead of being able to push him in that stroller. So in theory, traveling and doing fun things with your kids is cute and you do get the perfect picture, right? You do get the perfect picture. It is a photo moment, right? But honey, in practicality, acting it out, walking it out, you'd be like, you know what? We would have been better off just being at home, okay? So that's a little side note. Let's talk more about this 8-8 portal. Let me see what's happening here. Shakila says, peace in my mind, peace and love in my home and relationships, clarity in my space, ability to flow and create effortlessly. I know that's right. Butterfly Silver, you had something else there. You said this would go on positive regardless. It sure will, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. Celestial Earth Goddess, my little cousins used to do that in car. Absolutely. Kids are going to do that. That's why I be cute, but then it get frustrating when you're trying to move around. Static Shock, he don't want to lay down, especially since he crawling forward now. He don't want to go to sleep trying to walk. Exactly. They're like, no, I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to live my best life. So absolutely. So let's get into 888, right? So 888, y'all, to me is the ultimate angel number or symbology of the law of cause and effect, right? So y'all know we have the universal law, cause and effect, and 888 is like the poster child for that energy, right? Just the same way you may say like 1111 could be the ultimate representation of the law of correspondence, right? Because correspondence speaks to as within, so without, as above, so below. Correspondence speaks to the mirror of reality. The mirror of what's happening in our inner world is reflected in our outer world. And 1111 is a mirror, right? It's the same exact numbers reflecting off of each other. 888 is the universal law of cause and effect. So even with that awareness, you come into the understanding that I can create the effect of success. I can create the effect of manifestation. I can create the effect of healthy home, healthy body, peace in my mind, peace in my life, abundance. I can create that effect based off of my cause. This is what 888 is all about. So yes, the portal is open and the portal is like, walk through me. The portal is like, step into this new reality, right? Step into this higher level of discernment, this greater level of spiritual wisdom, this easier ability to manifest the desires of your heart. 888 is saying, come on. 888, this Lionsgate portal is literally saying to us, act as if the desire you want is already manifested. This 888 portal is saying, live in the dream right now. You're living in the dream, you're walking the path is your cause. And there has to, and because the law of cause and effect is the law of the universe, right? One of them, it has to happen. All right? I'm not even gonna go into a whole nother side note. But so why do we know this to be true? Because 8 within itself is the infinity, it's cause and effect, it's giving and receiving, it's the what you put out, you get back. That's the 8 in general, right? It's the fact that everything is literally connected. I wish I had a numerology book right here, right? It's literally the fact that everything is connected and there is absolutely nothing that is separate. That's what 888 symbolizes, right? And because everything is connected, that's how we know for every cause, there's an opposite and equal effect. So when we like know that and we sit with that and we understand that we got this as a 888, right? It's not like last year where it was 887, right? This year it's 888. And I'm seeing 10:07 on the clock on my time. So happy birthday to me, right? Which is an 8. Ashe. My birthday is October 7th. And if we really just add up those numbers, the 1 and the 7 equals the 8. So you know I'm keeping it real. Okay. So we got a 888 here, which to me, this is the gift. This is the gift that I want y'all to know. Tell, your birthday is October 7th, Tell? You said mine too. Yes, last year was a 7 year. That's my birthday too. Kirby, your birthday is October 7th too? Oh, wow. This is like an absolute first. This is an absolute first. For me to, first of all, have people online with me who have the same birthday on the live stream. Wow. Whoop, whoop. We fall babies. And you know what? I feel like our birthday is so freaking special, right? Our birthday is so special that 10, which is the 1, which really symbolizes to me just creation, newness. But then we get the 7 symbolizing those 7 chakras, symbolizing overcoming emotions, symbolizing rest, right? Because we know the story, God created the heavens and the earth, right? In those 6 days, and then on the 7th day he rested. So us being born on the 7 symbolizes, completion, resting, overcoming, triumph, balance, right? Balance in our emotions, balance in our centers. I just love it. So happy birthday. Well, happy early birthday to y'all. And yeah, we're going to celebrate. Every year on my birthday, I do a live stream. So this October 7th, which I think lands on like a funny day, like a Monday, which is not funny at all because I'll be really trying to go live on Monday. So if I'm live on Monday, y'all come on the birthday and let's celebrate with each other, okay? That's an absolute first. Kirby, that's so crazy because we are in Patreon together and I did not know. We really got to celebrate together. We're going to have a little Patreon online party and we're gonna do what it do, okay? But yeah, our birthday is special. 10/7. I feel like it's just special, right? Not only that, y'all, we share the same birthday as Tony Braxton. I'm pretty sure y'all know that. But we share the same birthday as, I want to say, Desmond Tutu. Is it Desmond Tutu? One of these African leaders we share a birthday with. We share a birthday with with Putin, the Russian president, who's been the president of Russia for like ever, right? So if you don't know, I'm going to say this to you. October 7th, babies, right? We are meant to fulfill a very important, like, societal role. We are meant to have impact on masses of people, right? We are literally meant to create social change, right? That's why you have these big leaders, right? Who have this same birthday, like Putin or Desmond Tutu, and it's another African leader that I'm trying to say, but I can't think of his name right now. So on that, the thing is that now the year that we are born in, that's the thing that creates the different dynamic, right? Because like my life path number is an 11. Y'all's life path number may be different based off of the year that you come in, which would speak to the way in which you are meant to create social change. So like a lot of what I do is so funny, but I am driven by I'm driven by knowing that I am creating an impact, right? Like I don't just do it for me, right? What drives me is knowing that people can take this information and literally grow with it. They can take this information and it literally makes the difference. That's what pushes me forward. It's not, I'm D-Ray or I'm Desiree and people know me and da 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 da. For me, it's like, can people feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel what I'm coming with? And in feeling what I'm presenting to you, do you allow that to shift you and change you for the better? Right? And yes, us life path 11s, we are very intuitive. We really we understand a lot of subconscious communication. Yet, yes, baby, there you go. Elijah Muhammad, right? Big deal. Elijah Muhammad, the leader of the Nation of Islam. Like, what? That's huge to share a birthday with Elijah Muhammad and freaking Putin. That's huge. That says a lot to me. And then Toni Braxton, I mean, Toni Braxton was that girl when it was her time. She was that girl, literally. Okay? So all of that plays a part. And I'm glad that all of that came up because I feel like that's a part of this 888 energy. Okay? Because literally the 888 energy is about purpose. All right? Like, what's the point of giving if you're not giving on purpose and in purpose? Okay? Like, really hear me out here. Hear me out here. 888 is the universal law of cause and effect because we know that 8 is the infinity. It's the fact that everything is a cycle. It's the fact that every time you put something in, you're getting something back, right? Why you gotta come with that energy, Dream Wise? Why? Why? Stop. Stop it. Okay? So it's the fact you are distracting me right now. I'm not even about to go there with you. Okay? It's the fact that whatever you put in, you get out. That's the infinity. That's the loop. It's the continuation. Nothing is ever stopping. Everything is always moving, right? So if we know that what we put out, we get back. If we know the seeds we sow, we get back. Why wouldn't we sow seeds purposefully? Why wouldn't we sow seeds in love? Right? And that's literally the gateway to success, real success. Not like fake success, like, oh, I got this, because it ain't about what you got. Because we know a lot of people that have a lot of things and they are crazy as hell, right? We know people who have, I mean, I think about all of these like celebrities, right? I think about a lot of these celebrities and they have all that they have. They have the things like the best car. They may even have a private jet. They may can have all the women or whatever man. I think about Tamara. Y'all know Tamara, the one that was just married to, or is it Tia? It's probably Tia. Which one was just married to Corey Hardrick? Which one is she? Is she Tia? I think she's Tia, right? So y'all know Tia broke up, got a divorce from Corey. First of all, she was exactly Keon. That's a good one. Diddy too. So Tia was talking all of this stuff about how her man really, based off what we see on social media, they really got a divorce because he wasn't financially showing up the way she was able to show up. Okay? They didn't speak on infidelity. They didn't speak on any form of like mental, physical, emotional abuse. Like none of that. She was just saying she was the breadwinner. She probably been the breadwinner for a while and she wants a man, I guess, that can match her financial space and place, right? So from the outside looking in, we think Tia has success. She got money. She was married. You know what I mean? She has celebrity. You know, she walks into a place, you're going to know her, right? But recently, she's been doing a lot of stuff on TikTok, like all of these different dances, attention seeking. Attention seeking. She's been trying to make herself feel good with the fact that she's now divorced, or she's trying to prove to the world that she's happy divorced, right? On the other hand, her husband, Corey, low key, anytime he get asked about it, he's like, you know what? I'm just all about my family. I'm just trying to take care of my kids. It's all love for me. He not out here talking about I'm happy divorced. He not doing all of that. But her, she just had a video on Instagram where she comes out and she's like, I'm in my hoe phase. Happiness over everything. Like, who does that? Like, sis, if you are happily divorced, you don't gotta make reels about it every damn day. To me, looking from the outside looking in, you're probably not really happy with that decision, and you let social media influence your mind to make you leave your man who is handsome, who is a family-oriented man, who cared about his family, who wasn't cheating, who wasn't beaten. But you let the feminist movement, the girl power, which is an illusion, which is a lie, because, you know, they say, single women keep women single. Okay? So, whatever. But she's all on social media. I'm looking for a man, right? She's making reels, joking. But it does not look good. That to me says success ain't what it looks like, right? Having the bag, having the things, having the celebrity, having the notoriety, it's not all of what it, looks like. All right? And then her husband, her ex-husband, on the other hand, keeping to himself, keeping quiet, not putting a lot of things out there. Did that movie with Tyler Perry and done made a whole bunch of money. Even though the movie was probably crazy as hell. I only looked at like the first 10 minutes of it, right? Him and Megan Good, Divorce in the Black. I only looked at like 10 minutes of it. But either way, success is not just having a whole bunch of things, but really being empty on the inside. I feel like Tia probably is like really sitting with that, right? She even came out and made a video talking about, I didn't know that it was going to be this hard, right? Like the dating market is this, like the grass is not always greener on the other side. So what I want us to really know and understand, success has to come from an internal place. Success has to come from a place inside of yourself and not just, I have this or I have that, and because I have this, now I look like this or now I'm successful. In fact, The universal law in this 888 portal is literally saying, when we know we are a success inside of ourselves, our external world reflects that success, period. You don't become a success based off of what you have. You become a success because you are a success. You are successful because you are successful. That's the 888 energy. You have abundance because you are abundant. You have love and healthy relationships because you are love. That's the law of cause and effect. Because I am being a success within myself, because I am abundant, because I am love, now I get to experience the effect of that cause. That's the 888. Okay, so a few things to support us in embodying and experiencing and walking through the portal of this 8-8 energy, okay, is one, you have to give in purpose and on purpose. What's the point of giving if it's not in that, right? And let me tell y'all, that is so fruitful. It's so fruitful. So I started back coaching volleyball, but not at like an actual high school, right? Because that's just way too much time. So these brilliant men here in Houston created something called the volleyball school. They created a school just for volleyball that runs a few days out of the week. Girls and guys come in, they get private coaching, whatever. It's a school to learn volleyball. So I started working there in May. And that's just kind of like my reprieve from my kids. Okay. Not even that, because I love being with my kids, but it's just like every time I go there, I feel so much peace. It's just a moment away from home, a moment away from the work. It's a moment from having to do all the things that I have to do in my regular life, right? It's like, I don't want to say an escape because I never have to escape my kids. They are literally my safe place, but that's the best way I can describe it in a sense, right? So I go to the volleyball school. I started working there in May, so not too long ago, at the end of May actually. And it's been so good, right? And I've been just going there and being my coaching self, right? The same way that I coach here on YouTube and in my private coaching sessions with coaching clients is the same way that I coach those girls. Like, yes, I tell them, you got to pass like this and set like this and hit like this. Yes, I tell them all of those things, but I really focus a lot on their mental space. I focus a lot on their emotions. That's what I do, right? So I started at the end of May, and like mid-June, the owner calls me in the office and he's like, hey, I want to give you a raise. I'm like, oh, I wasn't even asking for that now. I've had thoughts about it because I know the value that I bring. I know the purpose that I bring. So yeah, cool. He was like, yeah, we want to raise you up to this amount starting next pay period. And I'm like, that's a bet. That's a bet. I'm with that. So I didn't even have to ask, right? Simply living in my purpose, they were like, we got to give you more money. You're worth more. And I took that and I'm like, okay, do y'all know, just this week, they called me back into the office. And said, we've been talking. Your name keeps coming up with all the other coaches and the parents and the girls. And we don't want you to be a coach. We want you to now become a coordinator. So now that comes with, now I have management duties, right? Now I got to manage other people, coach the coaches, talk to parents. So now that comes with an even greater raise, right? And even more opportunities. And now this company is so good because they want you to keep moving on up the ladder or whatever. And they want you to eventually become part owner. Let me tell you how spiritual this is. So This place was created in like 2020. 2020, this is when this happened, right? They started building it. Dream drove by it. And as he drove by it, because it's literally in our neighborhood, as he drove by, he called me. He said, babe, they're building something over here called the volleyball school. It looks amazing. He like, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I feel like you probably need to see what's up with this place, right? This was in like 2020. Some time goes by, 2021, I apply to go work there. They hire me, but I was just getting my business flowing with coaching and teaching classes and things like that. And so we couldn't find a good schedule because they wanted me to come in and be working after school, work some Saturdays. We had just started the book club every Saturday. And so I was like, the schedule that y'all need me to work is not going to work for me because I got a business that I'm running as well. And that's my priority, right? So I had to let it go in 2021. I had to step away and not do it because we were building the beautiful life that we have now. And so it's literally a full circle moment and a testament to just living in your purpose, because without me even being there long, right? Like there's girls there been working there since 2020, right? There's girls been working there since 2021. I just stepped on the scene at the end of May and they're already like, we're going to give you a raise and we need you to become, in a sense, a coordinator is like a supervisor. I need you to coach the coaches. That's the power of this 8-8 energy, to where things can happen like that fast, like Godspeed, like, but it starts by being in your purpose and showing up as your divine authentic self, and then boom, things just happen like this. Boom, 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 boom. Like crazy. Like when they called me in that office last week and they said that to me, I was like, how is this even happening? Like, what is this? But I know what it is. It's because I'm a purpose-driven person. It's because I sow seeds into these kids and I sow seeds into the women that are coaching there. I'm coming in and I'm asking them, how is your day? And I genuinely want to know, right? I'm telling them, come on, you got this. Think good. Think well about yourself. So I'm being who I am. I'm living in my purpose, and that multiplies. So let me tell you the gift of this 8-8. And then I got to grab this because Spirit just called me to this. I don't know what this is about, but look at this, y'all. That's baby D-Ray. I don't even know. I don't even know how this got up there, but this, oh my goodness. Wow, look at this. This is my great-grandmother. That's my great-grandmother right there. And that's me she's holding. Grandma Larice holding me. How special is that? Out of nowhere, this journal just caught my attention. I mean, not this journal. This picture book just caught my attention. And I'm like, okay, Spirit, why am I being called to this? Maybe because we just talked about our birthdays. Because I got pictures of the day I was born. Look, this is the day I was born. It's something really powerful happening, y'all, with our birthdays. We need to look into that, because the other day, dreaming that we're outside with the kids and we're running around, and out of nowhere, I just had a flash of my birth. I literally saw my birth out of nowhere. We're outside in the sun, feet in the grass. Literally, I just saw myself as a baby in the hospital. It just flashed around across my face. Tail says, that's my godmother name. Wow. So we got a lot of connections. That's my great-grandmother. Look, this is the day that I was born. That's my grandma and my papa holding me. Listen, if y'all don't have things like this, go look for them. Go ask your grandma, your mom, or go ask whoever your caretaker was. You need things like this, because it's just, look at this. Black women stay trying to be sexy. We don't try. Look at my aunt. Look, she holding up her skirt. Like, look at this thigh. Why she giving thigh like that? I'm going to have to tell her about herself. Honey, she lifted up her skirt to say, look at this juicy thigh. Anyways, I see, exactly, me too, Kirby, all the time. All the time. Anyways, this is just so beautiful. I don't know. Do y'all have things like this? Do y'all have these memories from y'all's life? That's me, my mama, and my big brother. Do y'all have that? If y'all don't, y'all need to get it. Find it, discover it. I don't know. Cece says, I have one picture of my grandpa and grandma and I keep it on my altar. That is so beautiful. Tail says, I do. Yeah, you need these because I got to show this to my kids. And I got to be like, look at y'all mama. It's so funny because when I look at these pictures, I also see each of my kids. I see each of my kids in these pictures. Literally, I see my face. Like, some of these pictures, see, everybody thinks that Kai looks like Dream. Our youngest one, everybody thinks that Kai looks like Dream. But they ain't seen baby D-Ray pictures, okay? Because when I look at this right here, that's Kai. What y'all talking about? That's my baby. Right? That's the law of cause and effect. That's that seed becoming fruitful. That's that seed becoming fruitful. And then Dream Wise, he said this on one of his other videos, right? He talking about, he's saying this all spiritual, right? He like, yeah, I don't be taking pictures. I just be in the moment. I be in the moment. I be present. I be really there. Look at my face, right? Like, yes, be there. I'm always in the moment too, but I'm so much in the moment that I'm going to remember to capture a moment. I'm so much in the moment, I'm going to remember to capture a moment. Because these pictures, we look back on them and we be like, oh my God. What was I thinking at that time? What was I feeling at that time? What was I experiencing at that time? And how does that experience have an effect on my today? Right? I got all types of moments of my kids. All types of moments. I done kept first tooth that fell out. I got them in a plastic bag, right? Or in a Ziploc bag. None of my kids have had haircuts, but if my boys would have got their hair cut, I would have kept a piece of their hair. I know that may sound like some voodoo funny stuff, but just the memory sake of it all, to me, just is so lovely. We need that. We need that. It's just a reminder. It's just a reminder of who we are. And then again, that cause and effect, that continuation of life. I am my great-grandmother. I am my great-grandmother. I am my aunt. I am my grandmother. My children are me. They will look back at these pictures and see themselves in it. They will look back at the picture and say, damn, that's my mama, but I see me in that picture. And that's a gift like no other. Exactly, Celestial Earth Goddess. I'm going to save one. If KJ ever decides that he wants to cut off his locks, I'm going to save one of those locks. Okay? I'm going to save it. Holistic Urbanite. Hey, girl, she's talking about, come on, juicy thighs. Exactly. She was showing out, baby. She hiked up that skirt. She said, look at this sexy thigh. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I'm going to have to remind her of that picture the next time I see her. Yes. So do a wonderful job. Do a wonderful job at keeping up with those pictures, okay? Do a wonderful job. The Titan 2400 says, my mama kept bags of my hair. I used to think it was strange. I bet so. I bet so. It can be very much so strange. But it could be very much so powerful as well. It could be very much so powerful. Because that strand of hair, you know, all of that stuff, it does hold your energy. And so if your mother is moving in love and light, let's say something was going on with you, she can pour into that DNA that dwells within that strand of hair, she can pour into that DNA and it activates the DNA inside your body for spontaneous healing. I just know that that's possible. That's not how I'm thinking about it with my kids. Like with my kids, it's just memory's sake, right? But best believe, if some work needs to be done, we have the ability to do it. Healing work that is of love and of light, okay? I'm not into the whatever else a lot of these folks be doing. That brings me to a whole nother topic, right? So y'all tell me if I'm tripping. Right? So this past Monday, KJ had a hair appointment. Y'all know our son, he has long, beautiful locks, right? He has a hair appointment, and his appointment was for like 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Dream takes him there. The lady does not show up, right? She's late. So I message her, and I'm like, hey, they're at the salon, waiting for you. How long is it going to take? Where you at? All of that good stuff like that. She messages me back saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm running a little bit late. I should be there in 20 minutes max. I take her word for that. I tell Dream. I said, okay, Dream. She says she's going to take 20 minutes. Mind you, it's already like 30 minutes past the appointment time. It's already like maybe even more past the appointment time. 20 minutes passed. Dream calls and he's like, hey, it's been 20 minutes. What's going on? I message her back. I said, hey, you said 20 minutes. Are you here? Are you there? They're still waiting. At this point, it's like an hour has been passed. The appointment's for 10. Now it's like 11. She messages me back and she says, oh, I'm so sorry. Something happened with my rental car. It's taking way longer than I thought it was going to take. I'm going to need to reschedule. Cool. Well, not cool. I'm not happy about that because this was the first week of school and I want my baby to go into school, hair freshly retwisted. He looking fly. He looking right. He looks fly either way. But I wanted my baby to get his hair done, to be ready for school, the same way I did my daughter's hair to be ready for school. So let me ask y'all this. If y'all were in my situation, right? If you were in my shoes, you waited almost an hour and a half to get your hair done. Lady does not show up. Would you be expecting some sort of concession, some sort of discount, some sort of something to show the value of a customer even though you did not show up? Okay? Would you? Would you be like, would you appreciate, would you give that stylist another chance if they came to you and they said, okay, because I missed this appointment, it is totally my fault. I'm going to take 20% off your next hair appointment. That to me sounds like good customer service, right? That to me, that's what that sounds like. Would y'all expect that as well? Because to me, it's absolutely an inconvenience. If we worked a job, I would have probably had a little bit more frustration because I had to take off from a job, right? Fortunately, as entrepreneurs, we get to schedule things the way that we schedule them and show up. But at the same time, we got work to do. I'm grateful to have the time, but I don't want to spend an hour and a half waiting on you to show up. Right? And absolutely, they should offer. So this is what she says. She says something like, should you choose to come before September, I can give you 10% off. Here's the catch to that. She's giving that same 10% off to everybody, right? Y'all know how hairstylists, they do like a 10% off for back to school, right? They give you a little percentage off for back to school. You giving that to everybody, sis. That 10%, if it's going to be 10%, which I feel like it should be more, but that 10% should be for if I choose to come back in September. Don't limit me to August When in August, you're giving that to everybody that sits in your chair. You are supposed to compensate for the inconvenience in the hour and a half wasted of my time. To me. And yes, you got to return that deposit. Sounds like the smart move to make. I wouldn't ask for it. They should offer. They absolutely should offer. Exactly, Ultra Instinct. I thought I was tripping. I was like, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Because sometimes, y'all know, I could be, but this is the thing. It's all about good, healthy communication. And literally, working it out, thinking through it and figuring it out. Like, I'm not trying to go too hard on the young lady, but I want her to understand customer service, right? Like, we try our best with y'all. Like, things happen with packages, things happen with whatever. Sometimes I done been late to a class that I was supposed to do, whatever. Like, things happen, but I'm gonna do my best to make it up to you. So I'm glad y'all let me know I wasn't tripping, because I was like, am I tripping on this? No, I'm not tripping. So anyways, I don't know why that came up. That was a real life experience that just happened, but I feel like that's cause and effect. So even with her, I was just like, for the future, because she's a great hairstylist. She does great hair. She's so kind to our son. She's gentle with him. He loves going to her. He always looks great when he's done. She's great at what she does. But we want to love on the people that are choosing us for our services. That's why, if y'all don't know, I'm going to speak for Dream and I. We love and appreciate y'all, even for just being here and viewing the video and giving us your attention. Thank you for that, right? And if you have a concern about anything, reach out. We can talk about it. We can figure it out. We can come to some sort of resolve that works for both you and I. And you are so right, Holistic Urbanite. Sometimes I think people really take their own gifts for granted, and it's like a lack of self-respect. That's exactly what I observed in that situation, which is why I have grace. And which is why I almost want to reach out to her, but that's just me. But I know sometimes I don't want to come off as offensive. And it can be offensive, even though that's not the intention. The intention is, know that you have a gift, right? You have a talent. You do beautiful work. But you have to nurture it. You have to show up in it. And you have to be customer oriented. Okay? You got to be customer oriented in that gift, because that's how that gift grows. That's why it came up. Thank you, Spirit, for reminding me. That's why it came up, because I wrote it on here. I wrote it on my book, No Show Appointment, Customer Service, right? I wrote it on here because it was one of those moments of Spirit telling me, see, this is the way to use that 8/8 energy. Because doing hair may very well be in her purpose, right? Because she does a damn good job in it. She's so good at it, right? Which is why I chose her to do our son's hair. But you have to exercise that gift, and you have to know why you're doing it, right? You have to know why you're doing it, why you're showing up in it. And the purpose has to be greater than yourself. We're not doing it because I feel like she could have thought in her mind, I don't have to offer you a discount because I didn't show up. I'm the prize. I don't have to offer you a discount because I had your husband and your kid waiting for an hour and a half. Everybody wants me to do their hair. See, that's where you messed up. That would be a great default on her power if that was her thought process. I don't believe that it was. I just feel like she probably is conflicted because another company made her late, and now she doesn't feel like she has to she has to be responsible for what another company did. But at the end of the day, if I gotta miss a coaching session because my Xfinity is acting crazy, I still gotta say something to my customer, and I still have to make sure that they are satisfied, right? Even though Xfinity may have inconvenienced me, I have now inconvenienced my client. Now I gotta make it right with them. And that's just a part of the game. But that's also a part of me honoring my gift and knowing and understanding that I want you to come back and I want you to be satisfied and happy with what I offer you. That's the powerful thing about the 888 portal. That's a beautiful lesson. Making sure that when we're giving in purpose and we're giving in love. Because now the energy is not out of, I'm giving you this because I'm obligated. That's another thing. Don't give to me because you feel obligated. Give to me because you desire for me to be happy. Because you desire to make me whole. Right? That's the difference. And so this 888 energy is like, what are we giving in? What is the essence behind our giving? Okay? And you want to know why this is so important? This is so important because it's a 888. It's 888. We got 3 8s. And we already know that 1 8 is symbolic of cause and effect. Here's the gift. The gift here is that one seed that you sow will manifest in 3 folds. Okay? Let me say that to you again. I'll give you a very prime example. I just told y'all about the volleyball school. My one seed of just showing up as myself, showing up in love at the volleyball school, has ended up in a raise, has ended up in a greater position, and has ended up with my daughter being coached in volleyball for absolutely free. So my one seed of being in my purpose and giving in love has manifested 3 separate things. A raise, a higher position that comes with another raise, and my daughter, who I absolutely want to play volleyball, is now getting coached 3 days a week for free. While other families, to come in 3 days a week, that's about $200, $300 a month for their children to come and be coached 3 times a week. My daughter gets that for free because how her mother has showed up in this space. So don't think that your act of kindness, don't think that you living a purpose-driven life in this energy is just going to manifest in one way. No, it's manifesting in 3 different ways. It's threefold. Because you got the 8, that's one cause and effect. The 8, that's another one. The 8, that's another one. That's how I see this energy. And so we also have to understand that the 8, this 888 equals 6. And that 6 is your home. That 6 is your heart. Okay? That 6 is your earth experience being one that is of balance, that is of harmony, that is of wholeness. Okay? And y'all, I began feeling this energy on the last full moon. So the last full moon we had was on like July 22nd, right? And at that time, we were in San Antonio. And so this Airbnb that we rented out, it had a whole outdoor experience. It had a beautiful table and like 6 chairs outside. And do y'all know this house was perfectly situated where we could see the full moon. So me, my brothers, my mother, my stepfather, Dream, we're all sitting outside at the table. You know, some people smoking a little weed. Some people sipping on some wine. I mean, we were just enjoying our lives. The kids were in the house doing what they do, playing video games. And we are sitting outside under the full moon. And when people smoke a little weed, they get higher levels of awareness and consciousness, right? Y'all ever smoke some weed and you start to realize things that in your sober mind you probably wouldn't have picked up on? That happened, right? So one of my brothers, he smoked a little bit of weed, just one little, right? And so we're sitting outside and it's nighttime. We kick back, we relaxing. I'm sipping on a little bit of wine and it's blissful. Like CC is saying, it's blissful. We talking, laughing. We got dominoes on the table and me, because I'm a moon baby. I'm a Pisces moon. So the moon, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care that people are saying like the moon is like a fake thing or it's outside of yourself or it's a alien. I don't care what people be saying about the moon. I'ma always have an affinity for the moon and a love for the moon. So I just so happen to be sitting right where I can see the moon, and like I see it and I'm like, oh my God, look at this beautiful moon, family. They all turn around and they're like, wow. We take pictures and everything. But so my brother, he hits the weed and we're about to take a shot. Now, I'm sure y'all already do this, but I'm gonna tell y'all this anyways. Whenever you are with your family and y'all are drinking, you have to pour libations. You have to pour libations, right? So we all get our shot and we're all lifting our shot up, right? Lifting our shot up and we're like saying all of these different words. And oh, we're thankful for the life that we're living. We're thankful for the abundance. We're thankful for love. We're thankful for all the things. Like all of us in our family are just saying all of that. Of course, they're not saying no ashes. They saying like, yeah, amen. They doing how they do. And so we take our shot, right? After we take our shot, my brother, now he really is in the zone. He was like, oh my God, y'all. You know how when you high and you have those like revelations, he's like, oh my God, y'all. We are living the dream. Can you perceive it? He was like, oh my God, y'all. We are living. And he's a Christian brother. I love my brother. And then it's so funny because I realized that he has higher awareness. He has higher consciousness inside of him like we all do. But when he said this, it really stood out to me. He was like, can y'all see it? Can you perceive it? We're in the dream. And what he was saying, it was so freaking funny because he was basically saying, we're living what we prayed for, right? What we have prayed for, what we have affirmed, what we've placed on vision boards, we're literally living it. And when he said that, that was so special to me because I was like, oh, he sees. Even if it was just for a little bit because he smoked a little bit of weed, he sees. Because there are some people that smoke weed and they still are on a lower level of consciousness. I know those people. I've seen those people. You smoke weed and you still baseline. You don't tap into higher levels of awareness because you've smoked so much that it's just even kill, right? But he perceived. And he said, can y'all feel it? Can y'all see it? This is what we asked for and we're experiencing it. And him just taking the moment to say that, oh my God, we were just like, all of us at one time, because everybody in my family is spiritually in tune, right? Regardless of the religious background, my mother raised us to be spiritual, right? Beyond the church. My mother raised us to be able to tune into the energy of God for ourselves, right? And to know that God is real, to know that this energy is present for ourselves. So my brothers, we can tap into spiritual shit, you know what I mean? They are just still equating it. And my big brother, he's kind of in the realms, in between. My mother too, she's kind of in between in the realms. Hell, all of them really. Cause shoot, my younger brother, he comes over, he's always at our house. So he is always being ingratiated with spiritual symbols, whether it's Metatron's cube or he is always in this office. Literally, when my brother needs to print stuff out, because he don't got no printer at his house, when he needs to print out stuff, he comes here and he sits right there on that computer. And guess what he looking at? Guess what he looking at? He looking at Ganesha, and he looking at these black queens. He's seeing a queen with her chakras and her ankhs on the side. He's seeing, another queen with her crown on, right? He's sitting right there on the computer being programmed by these symbols, and he ain't even know it, right? He ain't even know it. So he's perceiving and he's seeing, and he's like, oh my God, can y'all see that? And for that moment, every one of us at that table, my big brother, my big brother's wife, me, Dream, my brother, my younger brother, who was the one who said it, and then my mother and my stepfather, 7 of us. There's that 7 for all my 7 babies. All of us at the same time tuned in and was like, damn, that's right. And that was, for me, the start of that 8/8 energy, because that was the first day of Leo. That was the first day that we even walked into Leo season. And right when we get into Leo season, that's when that Lionsgate portal energy starts to really be activated and come online. So when he said that, that to me was like, oh, okay, it's happening because this Lionsgate portal is about realizing your manifestations. It's about seeing the desires of your heart. It's about being able to discern. So what my brother did in that moment, he discerned, which means to see things spiritually, to understand what things are from a spiritual perspective. This 8/8 energy, this 8/8 energy gives us the ability to do that. So my brother was able to spiritually see what was happening, and that's the power of discernment. That's what this 8/8 energy is all about. It's being able to look at how your work is manifesting the fruitfulness of your life. Right? It's about walking the path, living in the desire. It's about you literally being the cause and the effect. Okay? Such a beautiful thing. The last thing I'm going to say about this 8/8 energy, 8/8 energy, is this is the ultimate karmic number. This is the ultimate karmic number. So if I were y'all and I were wanting to manifest or bring forth great abundance, right? Fortune, success in whatever way you do it, in whatever way you desire for yourself, I would lean into this energy so much, and I would be so intentional about what I'm doing, about what I'm saying, and about the action that I take that is in alignment with my desires. Here's how I know it's been happening. And I want y'all to reflect on this because it's been happening. It's not just happening today. It's been happening for weeks. Since we came into Leo season, it's been happening. Here's what happened. I want to say it was like a random Saturday, and I'm a queen, and so I need my queen beauty sleep, okay? I'm not like hopping up all early in the morning. I'm sorry, that's just not me, right? I still wake up at the latest 8 o'clock, but like 6:30, I do it sometimes. I can do it sometimes. It depends on what I got going on, but it's just not my everyday thing, right? And so one Saturday morning, Dream, now it's his everyday thing. Every day he's waking up at 5 o'clock. Every day, that's who he is. That's him. So he wakes up on Saturday morning, hops in the shower, goes to the gym, and does his morning thing, does his meditation, does all of that. And I typically, when he comes home from the gym, I like to get up, make his breakfast so that he can have protein to rebuild those muscles or whatever. So I guess he was expecting me to be up earlier and I wasn't, but I still was going to get up and make his breakfast, right? So I get up and I put my robe on, I go in the kitchen and I start making his breakfast, and then I turn around and I look on the table and there are some beautiful roses there. The roses are pink, yellow, white, and they're just so beautiful. And they're actually still kind of closed up, right? If y'all don't know, roses start off kind of in this kind of shape, right? Y'all have seen it in that shape. And then as they open up, they expand out like that, which is how you see the pollen and things like that. Very beautiful. So I turn around in the kitchen and I see these roses. And he comes out after taking his shower, and I'm like, oh, babe, you got me roses? He was like, yeah, I thought you were going to already be up. I wanted to hand them to you. I said, well, either way, you know, it's the thought that counts, and I love them. Thank you so much. So beautiful. And, of course, we hugged and we kissed and we did all of that. Gave him his breakfast, and I trimmed the ends of the roses, put them in a vase, and did all of the things. And so that night, right, or during the day, I don't know where I was going. I was going somewhere, and in my mind, I'm like, ooh, I gotta do something for him. Ain't no way he's just gonna walk in this house and bring me these beautiful roses and I don't do something for him. Except he don't want no gifts, okay? He don't want no gifts, ladies, if you know what I mean. I can't bring him home no roses, no nothing, right? Even though I do grab things for him, but for him, you know, he wants something else. So I very consciously and very intentionally did this. So he takes his shower first because he gets in the bed first. And then I take my shower next. And exactly, Cece. Dream want that nectar. That's absolutely true. So he gets in the bed, and see, this is where the karma comes into fact, because it's just a beautiful thing, right? He gets in the bed. I take a shower. He's in the bed. Kai is already asleep. I do have my oil. Y'all need to go get y'all some of these. Y'all need to go get y'all some of this, right? This is on my website, the Serenity Oil Blend. It's so delicious. If you have the Serenity Oil Blend, let me know in the comments because it's so good, right? So I take my shower. I take my time because I know Kai is already asleep. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to take my time because I'm about to take care of him. Ain't no way he going to come in here and bring me these beautiful flowers and I don't intentionally start something up with him, right? So this is what I do. I take my shower and I get my oil. Y'all, I put my oil all right here. Of course, I put it everywhere where his face might be. I put it everywhere where his nose just might end up. Honey, I had to rub some around my waistline, child. I rubbed this oil everywhere. And then I went to his side of the bed and I sat beside the bed and I just kind of tapped him, and because he falls asleep, and he said, you scared me. I was like, oh, I scared you? But once he wake up, y'all, he wakes all the way up. He wakes all the way up. It's hilarious. He gives me a hug. He's like, ooh, you smell good. I'm like, yeah, that's on purpose. I said, ain't no way. And I told him exactly what I'm telling y'all. I said, how you just gonna buy me some roses like that and think I'm not gonna come over here and, you know, give you that sweet nectar? Anyways, that's some good karma we creating right there. That's some good karma we creating right there. And that's what I'm talking about, being intentional about that. Don't let somebody show up in love and in light for you and take care of you and you don't reciprocate that energy. Don't do that. Because let me tell you, in my doing that right there and smelling and doing it on purpose, like really smelling good on purpose, right? Not just going, even though my natural scent is great, right? But me being very intentional about that, it's not just to give back to Dream, but I understand that my giving to him is me receiving. Just like whether he was consciously aware of it or not, that ain't for me to know. That's for him to know. Right? Whether he was consciously aware that, oh, I'm going to give these flowers to D-Ray because if I give her these flowers, she's going to give me something. Whether he was consciously aware of that or not, that ain't for me to know. That's for him to know. But what I know is that my reciprocating that energy for him creates good, positive karma for me. So we have to know and understand, family, that we're always in the law of cause and effect. We're always in this exchange of energy. So if people are pouring into you, you got to pour back in a way that makes sense for them, in a way that is nourishing, in a way that is healing, and in a way that is loving for them. Those flowers that Dream gave me was like, that did something to my being, because I'm a flower and I know it. Flowers are beautiful. Those flowers are still going strong right now. Okay? So that's how we use this 888 energy. Not just for right now, not just for today, but every day. Tapping into that law of karma, that law of reaping what you sow, and intentionally giving, right? That's why even the volleyball school, they know I've been showing up in love and light. They're like, oh no, we can't play with her. Because think about that. Think about if from Dream, and this is not to say that every day he does something kind or every day I do something kind for him that we're automatically going to intentionally do something kind back. No, it's not. That's just not reality. Sometimes I'm going to do something for Dream and it probably will not show up as a literal intentional, I'm returning the, I'm returning the energy in this way. It may not show up like that because that's just not how life works all the time. Right? But imagine if he would have gave me those flowers and I would have just said, oh, thank you, and went on about my day and would not have thought about, well, what could I do for him that would bring him love and light and excitement? Imagine if I kept going to this volleyball school and I know for damn sure that I'm a great coach. I know for damn sure that I add so much value and they did not recognize it and they didn't sow into it and they didn't honor it. Some of y'all have this experience where you go to your job and you're doing above and beyond. And you're not even doing above and beyond because you feel like you have to. You're doing above and beyond because that's just who you are. You're doing above and beyond because getting the job done, producing quality work, that's just you. But you're not being reciprocated. But people aren't recognizing that. And not even just recognizing it with their words, recognizing with their dollars. Recognizing it with action behind it. I saw this video recently on Instagram. There was a lady who had been, a black woman. So this was a beautiful video. A black woman had been working for these two white doctors for 20 years. She's been working for them. I don't know if she's a nurse. I don't know if she's like an assistant. I don't know if she's a front desk lady. I don't know what it is she do. But they said she had been working for them for 20 years. And on this one random day, all the people in the doctor's office come together and they bring the black woman into like the office, and she's surprised. She's scared. She's thinking she did something wrong. And then this doctor starts talking and he says, you know what, so-and-so, you've been working for us for this long, and I just want to let you know how much we appreciate you. He pulls out stacks of money. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000. And right there, she's already like, thank you. Like, thank you for reciprocating the energy for the time that I spent there, right? The other doctor comes out. He says, no, that's not enough. You've been working here 20 years, right? He pulls out another 10,000. He says 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 15, 16, 17, all the way up to 20,000. Understand? And I'm not even saying that that $20,000 compensates for the 20 years that that woman has worked there, because it probably really don't. That $20,000 is light. That $20,000 is minuscule compared to the amount of work, energy, love, and effort that woman has put in at that job for 20 years. That's light work to them. You understand? But imagine if that would have never happened at all. That's like the person that's been working in a school district for 20, 30 years. Comes time to retire, all she get is a pen. Thank you for your service. All right? So with this 888 energy, you want to match the frequency of what it is you're desiring in every way, shape, and form. Right? If you're desiring more love, this 8-8 energy is causing you and calling you to show up in more love, intentionally, on purpose, right? If you're wanting more abundance, this energy is saying, let's show up in more abundance. Let's show up more fruitful, all right? Don't skimp yourself. 1111, yes, 1111 over here. Don't skimp yourself in the abundance area, right? Don't short yourself in your financial area. Do you understand? So whatever you are labeling as success for yourself, you want to start living in the cause to create that effect. And the best ways to do this is, one, figure out what your purpose is and live in it. Even if you don't completely know, even if you just have glimpses. My purpose is to help with wellness. Or it may even be like, I enjoy wellness, or I enjoy making people laugh, or I enjoy talking, or I enjoy having an impact. You know a little bit of something about yourself. Start walking in that now. Start giving that now. And know that it has to have an effect, okay? Be intentional about sowing seeds, because these seeds that you sow today, they are going to manifest in more ways than one. When we sow a seed, it don't just manifest one fruit, right? You get an abundance of fruit, okay? You get an abundance of things. It's not just one thing. That's why you got to say, you know what, I'm going to sow this seed because I know it's going to multiply, all right? Get reconnected to your home. I mean, the house that you live in, your physical house. Tune into it. Talk to your house, right? Because your house is on the same frequency of 888. Because 888, when it all comes together, equals a 6. 6 equals the earth. 6 equals the heart. 6 equals the home. 6 equals nurturing. 6 equals caring. 6 equals holistic wellness. And our house, our home, where we live, is symbolic of the home that we are, the heart that we have, the earth that we are creating and manifesting. So when we tune into our home by cleaning it, organizing it, bringing in new things, we are utilizing this 8-8 energy to support our success, okay? If y'all have some questions, drop them in the chat. I would love to answer some questions for y'all. Relax Yoga Good 11 says, how do you connect with your purpose and achieve that and make it a lifestyle on a deeper level? So first, one of the things that I always tell people is this knowing and understanding that your purpose is not lost. It is not something that you have to find. It's something that you have to remember. And so the first thing about connecting to your purpose is tuning into what brings you pleasure, what brings you joy, and what makes your heart feel whole. And when I say that, what I mean by that is, what things can you do for self and for others that creates a sense of fullness in your being? Having these conversations with y'all, it makes me feel full. Like, honey, after this conversation, I can go kick my feet up and don't do nothing for the rest of the day. I'm good. Do you understand? Because my cup is overflowing through this engagement, right? So you want to connect to that. what makes your heart and your being feel full, and know that your purpose is directly connected to that. And then what you want to do is you want to start doing that thing every day. Every day. So every day, it does not matter. Every day, I have a very intentional, a very deliberate, a very purposeful and meaningful spiritual conversation. Every day. Like every day, I'm communing in a spiritual way. So once you know what brings you pleasure and what makes you feel full, what makes you feel fulfilled through your action, through how you give back, you do that thing day in and day out. Now, how you do it may be different. Every day I don't go live, but every day I have a conversation with my kids about their mind, about their emotions, and about their well-being, right? And it's just different. But every day you do that thing until it becomes a part of who you are in practicality. So you are already your purpose. It's already integrated in you. You just have to deliberately activate it and show it. Okay? What is the technique to manifest today? So I just gave you a whole bunch of stuff that you can do today. See, a lot of times we want to say, okay, let me write in a journal and I'm going to fold it up and I'm going to burn it, or no, it ain't just, and let me also be very clear with y'all. It's not just about today. It's about your everyday. So yes, today you need to determine, what does success really mean to you? What does that really mean? What does that really look like for you? Yes, today you can reflect on, okay, what actions, what emotions, what thought processes align with that success, and let me do it today. But what I want you to know is that just doing it today is not enough. And that's where a lot of people fall short with their manifestations. They think that if I do it today, the manifestation has to come. No, it's about your everyday. It's about your day in and your day out. So yes, my family and I, we got a very specific ritual we're doing today. But the ritual we're going to be doing today, we've already been in the work every day. And I feel like that's something very important for us all to really know and understand. Okay? So yes, get clarity. What is success to you? What thoughts and emotions do you need to hold on to? And how can you create good karma today? Create some good karma today. Do something kind for somebody today, right? Take care of yourself today, holistically. Show love today. Yeah, do all of that. But that's a lifestyle. That's how you should be living every day. All right? And that's how you sustain your manifestation. You don't want a manifestation that just peeks his little head and say, hey, I'm here, but you can't really have me. You can't really have me because you don't really show up that. You're not really that. I already said it at the beginning of this conversation. I'm going to say this again. You are the cause that creates the effect. It's you. It's you. So you have to be a success to be successful. You have to be abundance to experience abundance, right? You have to be love to have love in your life. So the whole work and this whole energy is talking about being the cause, right? Being the cause that creates the effect. Can numerology help me figure out my purpose? It absolutely can. It absolutely can help you, but you don't want to rely on any of those things. You know, numerology, astrology, tarot, all of those things really do give you a guiding light, right? They open up the door they give you a pathway. But at the end of the day, the way to really know your purpose is through looking inside of yourself, right? The way to really know your purpose is to go within and pay attention to the feelings. That's what I just said. What makes you feel full? To know what makes you feel full is to know what it feels like to be filled up. To know what brings you pleasure means you are in tune with your pleasure. So the ultimate way to know your purpose is going to be from tuning into yourself and recognizing these different sensations. It's not about these books. These books ain't going to do it, y'all. These books ain't going to do it. Astrology ain't going to do it. Numerology ain't going to do it. They just give you a guide. It's like they're just saying start here, right? But the real work is going to be doing things and tuning into your energy as you do it. How does it feel as you're in the moment, right? How does it feel when you're done with that? Do you feel full? Do you feel accomplished? Does your heart feel full of gratitude? Do you feel love? Okay. Evelyn, what you have to do is be the person you desire to be. I know y'all want, and reading your script every day, like if you write something down that you desire, reading it every day can help you. Reading it every day is your reminder, right? Reading it every day is just your reminder. But you have to ingratiate your entire being in the manifestation. Meaning the way you think is from the perspective of the manifestation. The way you feel is from the perspective of the manifestation. The way you act, the way you walk, the way you live your life is from the dream desired. You just have to be able to perceive your life from that space. Okay? And y'all can book complimentary calls, or you can book a consultation on my website. Go do that. Go book a consultation on my website, and I'll be more than happy to help you make this stuff practical. Because this stuff is not theory. This is fact. This is how you do it. It's a fact. And if you need more help, get a one-on-one consultation, right? Or you can book a 15-minute call with me, and we can just talk about it in a more practical one-on-one sense, okay? The ritual that you and your family are doing today, I appreciate that y'all have been in practice and all, but can you share what key points in the ritual? Yeah, the key points, right? Because you got to keep certain things close. But the key points in our ritual is really just living in love with each other and being on purpose and in purpose with that. Like literally being together. Like today was the first day of school for our kids. They didn't go to school today. They're right downstairs with their father. And then when I come downstairs, we're going to be in love with each other. We're just going to enjoy each other. We're going to laugh. We're going to play. Why are we doing our ritual that way? Because more laughter, more play, and more peace, that's all we desire for our lives. So that's why I said you got to look at what is success for you, and you got to look at what it is that you really want. Here's the key point to the ritual that everybody can do. Ask yourself, what do I deeply desire? And then today, do something that is in alignment with that desire. So let's say somebody said earlier that success for them is being able to travel and move around and do things that they enjoy. Okay, here's what you're going to do. Get in your car, go travel to a different side of town and explore that other side of town, right? Go walk around in a different side of town that you are unfamiliar with. That is still you traveling, because the essence of travel is being somewhere new and being somewhere different. That is a great and perfect ritual for those people who desire to manifest more traveling. I love what Cece just said. Cece said, me and the kiddos are visiting our state lottery commission office and going to look. That's the ritual. That's the ritual. That's the living in the dream. That's the living in the success. Cece, you that girl. You that girl. And you know why I love what you just said? Because not only is what you just said super powerful, and it's exactly in alignment with this 8-8 energy. You just gave me an idea for our family. We're going to get out the house too and go look at our dream neighborhood. Okay? Thank you for that. But Cece, you want to know why what you said is so important also? Is because you have shown us through what you just said that what we have going on in the Patreon is working. Because yes, you have your own divine mind, but what you just said is so in alignment with what Dream and I have been desiring to pour into y'all. Like, we want everybody in the Patreon to know their magic, to be able to tap in, to know what to do the work, to show up. Like, that's why we do what we do. And you even saying that and you already knowing that for yourself says that clearly as a collective, we're doing something right. Because we're getting it. We're understanding it. So what is your dream goal? What is your dream desire? What is the life that you want to manifest? And then do something that is in alignment with that. That is your work. That is your ritual for today. That's your ritual. I love that. So to go in the inner and to find out, are you basically saying to meditate on it? Any other suggestions? Absolutely meditate on it, but also pay attention to your day-to-day life. Thank you for the donation, Keon. I appreciate that love. Pay attention to your day-to-day life. So when I go to the volleyball school and I'm hitting at these girls and I'm playing with them and I'm doing all of that, I'm paying attention to how I feel. Am I feeling joy? Am I feeling frustration? Am I feeling confused? Am I feeling like I'm paying attention to what I'm feeling? And that's what I'm talking about. When I leave the volleyball school and I'm driving home, I feel so content. I feel so at peace. I feel like, oh, I just did something great. And I'm happy to go home to my kids. I'm like, I just did that. Now I'm ready to get home to my family. So how I feel as I'm doing it and when I'm done with it lets me know where I'm supposed to be. So if I'm doing something that doesn't feel right or that doesn't feel good, now I know, okay, this isn't for me or this is not in alignment. So going within is not just about Namyo Rekeyo. It's not just about the meditation. It's also about tuning into yourself as you're moving through your life. All right? I love and appreciate y'all. Evelyn, I'm glad that you were able to take something away from Cece. Yes. Yes. Write that stuff down. And if your dream college is somewhere near you, go visit it. Right? If you can drive to that place, if it's like in your same city or in your same state, go visit it. Or even go buy a shirt or something. Buy a shirt from that college and wear it today. Do you understand? That's how we do that work. All right, y'all. Peace and love. I hope y'all are enjoying this lovely day. Tap in. Do something amazing today. You are worth it. You deserve it. You can do it. You can have it. All you have to do is be it today. All right? And that's my message for this 888 energy. Enjoy the rest.